Hi, my name is Terry, and I welcome you to a Rebirth Touch Tarot. This reading is going to be for Aquarians. You are the first one that I'm reading for today. You've been strongly in my spirit all day, although we're going into Aries season, I believe officially tomorrow. So they will be the first ones I load. And then Pisces, because although I'm new, we're just finishing up, so I still wanted to give them something. And but you guys are actually the first one I'm doing. And you'll be uploaded probably all at the same time. Anyhow, I've already started this reading. I've already started reading it once, but I'm going to pray again. I thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to read for the Aquarius. They're one of my favorite signs, besides, Virgo. But I thank you for allowing me the opportunity to read for them, and I welcome all positivity. I would like to send them all white light, and I'm asked for white light for the reading. Thanks. So anyhow, the first card that had appeared was Seven of Wands. Some of you all maybe been battling. You had to defend yourself against somebody, or you felt like your back was up against the wall on an issue. Well, you no longer have to defend yourself. You no longer have to defend yourself. And you are celebrating the fact that you don't have to defend yourself. It has brought some type of relief, joy to you. I don't mean joy like as in like, even though they're jumping for joy and you really want, to jump in the air, or should I say they're jumping in the air, clicking their heels, looking gracefully like they're dancing. But I'm not saying you necessarily want to do that, but I feel more of a sense of relief. Because you no longer have to defend yourself or feel like your back is up against the wall. And you've been searching for answers. You asked God for an answer, the universe, and maybe you asked God or the universe, whatever, whoever you refer to remove you from the situation so you weren't, maybe you were like this originally, upright, where you're defending yourself. But now you're not. And you're happy about it because God removed you, or the universe, source, whomever, removed you. And I feel like you're still searching for answers. Some of you all, I feel like you're on a spiritual journey and you've been maybe hiding what you really feel or what you really believe or who you really are. You can't be who you really are because of spiritual beliefs. I think a lot of you are awakening or on a new spiritual journey. A lot of things, especially when it comes to spiritual, and this is not all spiritual, this is for some of you. Due to traditions or family, cultures, things of that sort, like with, let's just be real, mainly, black people, or proper African Americans. And yes, I'm black, no shocker, and I'm proud to be that. But, it's been since, it goes back to slavery, about Christianity. And so a lot of us was raised, and I don't want to even get into that. So please don't leave me anything getting into that. My whole point is a lot of us was raised, with being a Christian or as a Christian, but maybe you didn't really believe that way coming up. Maybe something about you didn't really feel right. I can relate. But you had to do that because to be accepted. Trust me, I know. I've always been highly intuitive. I always loved tarot, even as a child, even young. I used to talk about tarot. And trust me, I know. I get it. People used to think I was a witch and all kind of crazy shit. And far from it. Some of you, that's your story. Not so much tarot, but that maybe you finally had the courage to stand up for yourself and stand up for what you believe and just be true to yourself. And now you're celebrating. Now you feel free and you're celebrating. Sorry, try to remove the glare. And you're celebrating now. Now you can jump for joy. You've been, sorry. You've been praying about it. And God, universe, source, whomever, they answered your prayer. And what backs up that theory, some of you all kind of feel it could be work related. But I feel a lot of you it's spiritual. And this goes along with what I'm saying, because the clarifier that I got for the 7 of Wands was the 10 of Cups. So family, remember I said about family beliefs, traditions. Maybe you were like this originally, defending yourself against your family. But now you no longer have to. That's why you're celebrating. And God heard you. I keep hearing somebody, I'm supposed to tell, I'm being told to tell somebody, God heard your prayer. God heard you. God heard you. That's for somebody in particular. Okay. You know, I can relate to you all if you're having a spiritual battle. Me too. And I don't open up about things often. I'm sorry. I'm honestly kind of lost for words because I had that same battle. It started it been started all my life. But a year and a half ago, that's when I finally walked away. I had to leave what was no longer serving me. I'm not going to get into too much personal about that, but when I left, I just knew that I did not really want anything to do with the church too much. And yeah, my beliefs have changed a great deal. But it had nothing to do with that. It just was no longer serving me. And I'll leave it like that. Maybe in time I'll open up more about that. But I do know what it's like, you're supposed to be going to a place where you're supposed to be worshiping God and a place you don't want to be judged. And it was the complete opposite. Hell, you was judged more there than you was in the street. I know. So some of you, it was a freeing of old spiritual beliefs. You're finally standing on your own. You're standing up. If you believe a certain type of way, then you're entitled to that. I hear some of you were Christian, converted to, I hear Islam, or Islam to Christianity, or Buddhism, like me. I don't know. Catholic. I just heard Catholic. You're all entitled to believe what you want to believe. Know that God, universe, source, whatever you refer to him as, it's a relationship, not a religion. Just know that. Anyway, I'm being told to tell you, though, your prayer was heard. So that's always great. So when I clarified the Three of Cups, that was just one story. I have in reverse 2 cards that came together. The Highest Priest, and I turned all my cards upright. So you're not using, some of you all, this is family related. Not using your intuition and you're not looking ahead. So you want the Three of Cups, you want success. You walked away from something, evidently. And the reason why I say it's family, because what clarified it was the Ten of Cups. So some of you all, this is a family situation. You want this to take on this energy. You want to celebrate. But you're not looking ahead, and you're not following your intuition. You gave up. You're not battling anymore. You're not battling your family. You're not even using your intuition or anything else. You're not doing anything. You're just waiting on God. Some of you are still waiting. You might have spoke with like a pastor or a minister or, priest or whatever, whoever your leader, your spiritual leaders. Or you're praying for God to send you the answers. That would explain why I said for some of you, you are up at night. You're up at night. You cannot sleep. Some of you pregnant? The reason why I'm asking, some of you all, this is what I got. Remember I said, I keep seeing this as I'm shuffling, I'm feeling something with this. You cannot sleep. You're up at night. This affects your family. The reason why I said pregnancy, you have the Empress. So maybe some of you are married. Maybe some of you aren't. Empress is a beautiful card. She's everything. We all want to be an Empress. She also has that rebirth. Also, it can mean pregnancy. She also stands for like motherhood. So maybe some of you can't sleep. You can't sleep because you're pregnant. I think some of you found out. And it's going to definitely affect your family. I did a reading yesterday about people having an affair with their boss. It was a twin flame reading. Air was all through that. I kept saying that. Queen of Sword, King of Sword, all through it. Not just that, there was other air elements. A lot of air. And I said Aquarian is strong in my spirit. I don't know why I didn't. Maybe this is the second part of that, maybe somebody is an Aquarian. Sun, Moon, or Rising, or Venus. Feel Sun though. Pregnancy. I got the Family card. No longer battling. Celebrating. This was an answer from God. But some don't feel right to me about it. That's why you're up late. Things happen kind of fast. You were seeking new adventure. The Fool. Some of you may feel like a fool, but the Fool really means new adventure. Because you wasn't getting it reciprocated. You had options. Person could even been at work. You had to climb. I feel like there was somebody else that knew about it that was maybe encouraging you to do this. Cheering you on, and you went ahead and you did it. Things move very fast. Up at night, cycle, birth. It moved really fast. You're seeking new adventure because you wasn't getting things reciprocated. Also, I have the Seven of Swords, which tells me deceit. You took something that wasn't yours. And then left it behind. Even you left somebody, or they left you, I feel. See how he's looking back, deceit. I hear lies. And now you're battling. So for those of you, for this man that was love, because I didn't feel originally it was, but somebody came near you with an offer. And now you don't know which way to go. Okay, so for some of you, this started off as a spiritual thing. Remember I said in the beginning about the spiritual, there was a small group that those three cards were supposed to represent something spiritual for. Some of you, it's work related. You left a job because you wasn't getting everything in that you put into it. You didn't feel like you were getting your fair share. Maybe you were looked over for that promotion and you worked your ass off and you deserved it. I know what that's like. And you didn't get it. You didn't get it reciprocated. You had everybody cheering for you. You had other options. If you would have got that promotion, it really would have helped you support your family. You were praying and asking God for it. But now you're no longer battling or whining it because I feel like you quit. And now you don't know which way to go. And you're up at night because you're trying to figure out how you're going to support your family. You're battling. That's for those that are at work. Those that this is love. Again, I didn't think it was originally love, but I guess it is. You're up at night because you got a situation going on. Somebody came near you and made an offer. See how the man is approaching the woman. and the child. But this ruined, I feel like he is a third party. I feel like you weren't getting reciprocated love in your current situation. You weren't getting it in it what you put back. And you felt like your back was against the wall and like you always had to defend yourself, but you stopped. Said, fuck it. And what clarified it was the Ten of Cups, so that tells me happy home, happy family. You said fuck it. You had other options. Remember, I said I felt like he was somebody that came in. You had other options. And you were thinking real hard. You see how she really has like her hand on it. She's kind of like how you take your hand back a little bit. That's like how she did. And you had people cheering you on, telling you, you should do it, you should do it. So you went ahead with it because you weren't getting anything reciprocated. And now you don't know which way to go. Again, I feel like this is a continuation of my story yesterday. Can't sleep. Having a battling. Maybe there's a lot of fighting going on because if you cheated on your spouse. I did a twin flame reading, as I stated, and it's called Actions Speak Loudly, I Want You Back. And it was about, I really felt strongly that the person was married and they were having an affair. But anyway, deceit. But as I stated before, you were seeking your new adventure because you weren't getting it reciprocated, and it moved very quickly. And that's just the deceit. I feel like there's a pregnancy that came out of it. See, remember I said this guy, this gentleman, he approached this woman. Woman has a child. Then I have the Empress. So you could be a mother, or you could already, if you're not pregnant, you could have small kids. Like if you were in a situation, you had kids, you had family. This completely ruined your family. Deceit. Wow. Yeah. He could be a little younger than you. He could be Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. Could be an earth sign. But Knights is to me really more about movement. He or she, because can't ever look at gender. When a Knight of Pentacles comes in, like they're normally very reliable. They're about their business. They come in very steady, and they don't play around. They come in, they do what they have to do, and they're there to get the job done. Again, I kept saying this could be work related. And there's a rat. This card came in that reading too. A lot of these cards did. See, you have the Seven of Pentacles, what they're thinking about. Only thing she had to do was she could grab the one next to her. She had her hand almost on it, like she was reaching for it. Or she could have took some steps and aimed higher. The options were hers. But you see the look on her face. She's not sure. She looks very hesitant. Well, you did. You decided which one you wanted. I hear the expression, everything that glitters is not gold. You made your choice. But there's a rat. Somebody was spying. Somebody found out. That's what I heard. Because the way he's looking at it, he's looking at it like, what should I do with this? I have it. What should I do? You picked one. Again, it moved in a hurry. Kind of quickly. And you cut somebody. You cut them off. Or cut them out. I see owls a lot. I want you guys to look up the spiritual meaning of owl. A lot of owls. I feel like you like they're moving in like in a hurry, like with their sword in their hand, and they're ready to cut you, to slice throats. Not like in a literal sense, but and it was toxic. Some of you all could have been dealing with the fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Again, I feel Sun. Definitely was a toxic situation. And now you're indecisive. He definitely probably was a Leo because there you go. But you're also being told to be strong. Again, you're searching for the answers. You're praying on and asking God or the universe what you should do. And you're being told to have courage and to be strong. Again, he could be a Leo because that's also the card of Leo. Here's my Three of Swords, so that tells me emotional distress, third party. So this definitely, but it's over. It came to completion. Stabbed in the back. It's over now. That's why that Knight of Swords came in fast to cut it off. I feel like for some of you, there was a pregnancy that came out of it. You may not know it yet. Some of you know, some of you don't know. Some of you already are married and you have children. For some of you that are in a new relationship, the person that you might have been cheating with could be your son or daughter's mother or father. You could be in something new, but you got kids by somebody else and been cheating with them, sleeping with them. Some of you had an affair. Some of you are married. You had an affair. I feel like the woman had the affair with somebody at work. That goes along with that twin flame reading. It could be the other way around. Husband had the affair on the wife. But in this particular reading, I feel like the woman had the affair. I mean, when I look at this, I just see a man like approaching her. And her like her friends telling her to go ahead and do it. She's being cheered on to go forth with it because she's not getting reciprocated love. She wasn't getting what she put in it. She was thinking about it. She had her hand on it and was about to grab it, but was hesitant and kind of pulled back. But those friends cheered you on and you listened because you wasn't getting this in return. You wasn't getting what you put into the relationship or situation or marriage back. Now you are indecisive and don't know which way to go. You're blinded. For some of you, as I said, a pregnancy. You got pregnant. Or you got someone pregnant. If you're male, you got someone pregnant. If you are female, which I'm picking up on a female, is the one who was doing the cheating. I feel like this female is married or in a serious commitment and she has a kid and a husband, fiance, boyfriend at home or kids. And she was cheating. And she got pregnant. Or you may not know that you're pregnant. And you're going to find out. And you're not going to know what to do. But the situation has been cut off. I also feel like it was cut off because someone found out. You had a rat. Somebody told. That's why you can't sleep. Somebody told. So let's see. Let me pull an angel card. Sorry, that was too loud. Okay, let's see. Let's see what advice to give. These cards are in here any which way. I hope I made sense because you know you're kind of tired. It's so funny because in that, I'm taking that one because that was when I saw that flew. I'm going to take all of them. I was told to. They all, to me, go along with things I said. For those that, there was one little small message. It didn't have anything to do, it didn't have anything to do with the rest of the cards. Actually, let's just do it again. If it comes out again, then I know. And that was the spiritual awakening. That was just the first 3 cards. Because I feel strongly that somebody is spiritual awakening. And then the rest of it was about love. Love and work. Some of you quit your job because you worked your ass off and you weren't getting what you put into it. And now you don't know which way to go. People might have been cheering you on to quit only because they know you was good and they didn't want you to stay. Some people did it out of like, yeah, girl, you should quit, out of hating. And then you have others who really felt like you did deserve more. But if things didn't work out the way you anticipated or it was harder, so you gave up. You're not searching anymore. And you're not trying to use your intuition to help your family. And the betrayal with that was, I feel like it was like some jealousy. Sometimes people tell you to do something because they're jealous. Could have been some gossip, some lies. That's what I really feel. So now you're the Empress because you're going through a rebirth. and it has come to a completion. Your boss or friend, somebody could be a Leo coworker. But you're also being told to have courage and have strength. Also, you have the King of Wands. And they were toxic anyway. The job was toxic. The position was toxic. And you ran out of there in a hurry and cut that shit out. But I'm being told to tell you to keep seeking. Just keep seeking. You have options. You will. Here's that angel therapy again. Okay, so I have the angel therapy card. Give your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take the burdens. Again, it goes back to the Hierophant when I said some of you are seeking spiritual answers. You're asking God, you're asking the universe, you're asking the angels. Those that are burdened, heavy laden, lay your cares. Some of you all, remember I said when in the beginning, I spoke about me and my gift and tarot, and I was like that as a child. I feel like I'm not the only one. Some of you also could have children that may be gifted. They may not know about tarot or anything, but they just may know things and they don't understand it. Or some of you that are having spiritual beliefs change, and maybe you're like me, intuitive, and you're embracing your gift. You've been like this since you've been a kid. And like me, I could never stop playing with tarot, and it didn't go away. I would stop for a minute, but it never really went away. It says, Archangel Metatron, you have a bond with children. In particular, you can help children who are sensitive. Remember, I spoke about your family. I said some of you have kids, or some of you that are pregnant, that got pregnant in the situation, you choose to have your child. Your child may be gifted. It may have an ability. And then the last one, all is well, Archangel Jermel. Everything is happening exactly as it's supposed to. With hidden blessings, you will soon understand. So even though that it may look like things are messed up, it's actually going the way it's supposed to go. I feel like your baby, for those who are my Empress, it's not a mistake. It was supposed to happen, even though it did happen out of an affair. But the child is supposed to be here because the child is gifted. And at the end of the day, it's not the child's fault. Wow. Let me see, I believe that's it. So anyhow, Aquarius,